or trawl issues of Us Weekly to determine Christina Aguilera's exact waist circumference. Society was sandwiched between the cocaine-fueled ghoulishness of the 90s and the Kardashian buttock frenzy of the 2010s, and no one was entirely sure how to proceed. So we turned to lists like these, published in big, bold, tabloid fonts. The sexiest men alive, celebrities who didn't seem excited enough about the American flag last week, items in Nicole Richie's extraordinarily small purse, master cleanse side effects ranked by odor, low-carb bread alternatives that taste the least like petroleum, everything wrong with Hillary Duff, everything wrong with Britney Spears, everything wrong with Jessica Simpson, reasons Jared Fogle seems like a trustworthy guy. At some point, I became obsessed with these lists, especially the ones that involve picking apart young blondes. I suckled thoughtfully on my pink glitter retainer and relished the idea that a human's flaws could be so neatly presented, packaged in a way that made self-improvement a step-by-step directive. This appealed to me because in 2004, I was on the cusp of puberty, preparing to plunge into a lifetime of deep, sweaty self-hatred. I could hear the shame coming for me. It slunk into my bedroom at night and taunted me beneath the shadow of my Orlando Bloom poster. In my mind, pubescent self-loathing was shaped like a Nelly Furtado backup dancer, a long-haired metaphor rocking a 3-inch waist, a bejeweled belly chain, a pocket full of Lancome juicy tube lip glosses, and the removable feet of a Bratz doll. We'll call her Madison. Madison was a manifestation of my adolescent anxiety, a phantom formed by everything I'd never be. Until she began her reign of terror, I had no idea anything was wrong with me. I spent most of my childhood stomping around my native Ozark hills in a pair of glittery pink jelly sandals, scowling at my younger siblings and frying my eyeballs in front of my family's fuzzy TV set. I was odd, clumsy, and cursed with premature horniness, yes, but I was too busy sounding out sex scenes from my grandmother's trashy novel collection to realize that I was a social late bloomer. I thought I was doing just fine. But Madison still struck, the product of my rapidly spiking hormones and early 2000s tabloid consumption. One day, I was belly flopping into the neighborhood pool in my best imitation of Macho Man Randy Savage. The next, I was overcome with anxiety, characterized by a sudden slap of self-consciousness. I had become instantly beholden to Madison's spectral insistence that I was the most pathetic preteen girl to ever skulk through the aisles of Rue 21. I was wrong. I was bad. I was weird. I was musky. Madison stuck around from that point on. She raised an eyebrow as I went for a second helping of shake and bake at dinner. She shook her head, wagged her finger, and smiled menacingly as I considered striking up a conversation with my crush. She spit on me during a particularly grueling gym class that involved running until your shorts fell off or you passed out. Madison never said a word, but her message was clear. Everything about you is wrong and gross, and everyone can tell. Fed up with Madison's tricks, I gave in. Inspired by Us Weekly, I unsheathed my gel pen to compose the ultimate list. Everything wrong with me. I decided this no-holds-barred list of personal failings would strip away my dull exterior, revealing my inner cool girl in all her puka shell-wearing glory. I wanted to transform, and outlining my most egregious flaws in glittery gel ink seemed like the best way to do it. With this comprehensive list of reasons I sucked major ass spread before me, I could systematically work away at each issue. I'd tick off imperfections until I was a new woman. Specifically, a woman with a spiky-haired boyfriend, a Pottery Barn teen loft bed, a standing offer to join Y2K girl group Bewitched, and the spiritual fortitude to shop among the giant half-naked decals at Abercrombie & Fitch without running out screaming, "Men's nipples!" Unlike Madison, the list wasn't metaphorical. The list was real, penned in the front cover of a wide-rule composition book. It was all-encompassing, addressing a vast array of concerns ranging from my cavernous pores to my social ineptitude to a very specific affliction I have since dubbed resting caveman face syndrome, the unfortunate result of the hulking, adult-sized forehead that overwhelmed the rest of my as-yet.